know if you can hear that wind. I guess you can. I can feel it. It's cold, it's windy, and where's this wind coming from? Since Christmas, since December. Wind. It's meant to be 13 to 17 mile an hour gusts today. Well, it's like 20 mile an hour, 22 mile an hour, and it's constant. It's unbelievable. Got the shelter up so that I'm sheltered. Oh, I've got somewhere to go, so all is good. Cut for credits. Yeah, I'm back there again, and yeah, I'm getting a little bit worn out, but it's catching fish, so I have to be here. But it is getting to the point now, whereas if it's a few dry days, cliffs dry out, I'm going over to the river, the beaches. But what do? You gotta go where it's catching fish. But I will say, this morning when I was laid on the sofa debating whether to come or not, I was thinking to myself, do you know what? I think I've had enough, but of coming here. Do you know what I mean? But the good thing about this is, hopefully nobody will come here, because I'm quite happy on my own, and I've got my stall set out, I've got my lights all set up, the rocks are here for my shelter, so everything's good really. But yeah, I was here yesterday, and I was fishing with John Spalton, and Gus, Roscoe and Luna. So that was last night, and I've still got 10 yellowtails. Yeah, 10 yellowtails, that's £5 worth. And John gave me some blow lug, which I'm going to use first. So I got some fresh bait to use, so I thought I'd use it up. And yeah, next time I come I'll get some more fresh bait. But today's the day. You've seen, you don't know what's going to happen in this video, and neither do I. That's the excitement of Verns sea fishing. The anticipation. You just don't know what's going to happen. But this is the 10th session, and I said at session 7 or 6, wouldn't it be nice to catch 10 times on the trot? Now, I am talking about catching codling 10 times on the trot, so hopefully it will happen today. This is session number 10, so fingers crossed. I'd like to say thank you very much for all the thumbs up. When I said I want to get to 2,000, yeah, it'd be nice, but I didn't really anticipate getting more thumbs up than what I used to get. And I'm at 465, I think, the last time I looked. Thank you very much. That will help the channel, I'm sure it will, and it'll be interesting to see if it does help the channel. So if you can keep banging the old thumbs up, it'll be appreciated. It don't cost out, just so that I can see what happens. Well, I won't. Tom will be able to let me know. So that's it. And that is the truth. I ain't lying. So yeah, it'd be good. If you don't, you don't. If you like this video, well, you haven't watched it yet, have you? But if you like my channel, then click on the subscribe, ring the doorbell, and for all notifications. But if you don't want to do that, and you've watched this and you think what a rattling on old buffoon he is, then thank you very much for the view, because it's all goes towards the channel, the algorithm of whatever that is, because what spooky stuff that is. But yeah, we're going well, aren't we? It's 9 sessions on the trot. I was fishing with John last night, which was last week's video, and I had a small little 15 centimetre codling, 45 centimetre codling, and a 52 centimetre. John had 2 little ones and a 54 centimetre codling and 2 flounder. So we bagged up, we caught some good fish, and we caught more codling, which is a good thing. But yeah, it'll be good to get back on the beaches at a point in time when I can get on it and see if I can catch another codling there. But I've already done it. I've already caught codling there. Caught 2, I think, on the beaches. I mean, anybody can catch codling on the beaches, can't they? This mucky old river is the hard one. I'm now looking at my rod tips, thinking I've got a bite. Well, I haven't. I've got all the weed off my reels from last night. It did get weedy. Got the lines out, got 2 flapper rigs ready to go. I'm going to put blow lug on, and I've got a pulley panel rig ready to bait up this today. I'm going to put squid and carp or crab on it, whatever. What else is there to say? Apart from, I am knackered, absolutely worn. That's me fish priest. You can get the willies at night time, so yeah, that's my fish priest. I am anticipating catching a big fish. If you believe that, you believe anything. But yeah, no, I'm absolutely worn out and knackered. I'm 54 now. Last night's session wore me out, up and down the bank. It's tiring, and I nearly didn't come, but I would have ended up throwing the worms out, and coming from Norfolk, don't like to waste anything. So anyhow, it's enough rabbling on from me. Did I have a good journey? Yeah, it was okay. Couple of plonkers on the way, but might talk about it later, might not. So let's have a look at the tide coming in, and then that'll be it. Next time you see me, I will be fishing. Can you hear that wind? That's what I'm putting up with to bring you a video, because I care. That's it, I care. I want to bring you a video because there's a lot of people out there that can't get out, enjoy fishing, love it, and enjoy watching it because they can't go. So I'm not saying that's what I do it for, because it ain't, but it's a pleasure to have comments from people that can't get out and you feel as though you're doing something worthwhile. So there's the water. It comes in right quick. It won't be long now, and I'll see you in a bit. Casting right into the wind. It's certainly not in your distance, but someone's double parked near my van. Now they would have parked off the road, but they're parked behind 2 other cars, but they never move. So, but I've not seen anyone come out. It's either a dog walker, or I think that car was there yesterday, and I think it was in the place where I was, so tough luck to him, eh? Right, so I'll get the other one out. That's the first one out. It's only about 50 yards. It won't go any further. Well, my hands are still a bit numb, but I'm not making excuses. That was a crap cast. It's Yeah, it was a crap cast. Fisherman, definitely a fisherman. Can't see his rods, but he's got a red bucket in his basket. I can't see a fishing rod unless there's two of them. But defo can't see a fishing rod, so I don't know what he's going to do. But yeah, no, yeah, ballsed up cast. It got hooked round that part of my finger on the reel. Didn't have the bail arm in the right place either. So yeah, I've got this balaclava type neck warmer thing on. I had it on last night. I wear it during the winter when it's really cold because it's nice and roasty. So hopefully it'll keep me warm. I've got the wife's. Now the wife bought me a heated coat and I said I ain't wearing that fishing. I can't wear it fishing. But I am, because it is bitter. Now today it's meant to be a 13-mile-an-hour wind and it ain't. It's, I'll tell you now, it's not. It's constantly gusting. Must be 23, 25 mile an hour. It's not lifting the shelter up, so it ain't 30 mile an hour. But it is cold. So yeah, I took my coat off, my hoodie off, put the heated jacket on, which is like a tank top, and put everything back on. I've switched it on. I didn't think the battery pack was working because I couldn't see the numbers on it, but I turned the coat on, it came on, and then obviously it's in the sunlight, you can't see it, what sun there is. And he's now going back for his fishing rods. That's weird, isn't it? You big strong bloke walking along like a good one, not like me. And he ain't brought his rods, unless he's got loads more and he does 2 trips. Don't know. But we're air fishing, we're out now. We've got one in short, so I thought I'd try one, the second cast. Thought I'd try that in close, you know, see what's about, and then I'll stick it out further. That's not the case. I balls the cast up. Yeah, the line got hooked around my finger. My finger's numb. That's the problem. I've got my hands in here with my, I've got one Zippo hand warmer that's working. I think the gauzes that you light, that the fuel comes through, I think they're buggered. So yeah, I'm gonna have to buy some more of them, check them out, because God, if you've got cold hands you can't fish. You'd have to pack up and go home. So yeah, I'm feeling roasty. I've got this jacket on the lowest setting, it's blue, so I might turn it up a bit, but I want it to last the whole session. I'm a bit, not, I wouldn't say I'm claustrophobic in it, but obviously you can tell you got an extra layer on. But yeah, I'm wearing it. I didn't think I would, because of this you feel a little bit claustrophobic, but it's not too bad. It's certainly worse being cold, so yeah, probably worthwhile getting. Yeah, I'd say it is if you're fishing really cold, but you don't get many sessions like that, do you? But this wind, what's with the wind? It's meant to be 13 to 15. That's what it said last night. I know it changes, that's what the weather does, isn't it? So that's the way it is, but it'd be nice if it was just no wind. I've been here now, the big cod, that wasn't too bad then, was it? So it's the last 3 sessions there, and every day you look at the weather, it's blowing a gale. I seem to remember it was like it last year, but yeah, if someone can get hold of Greta Thunderbird, yeah, and just let her know that it's blowing a gale and it's freezing and all's looking good on the English, on the English coast, stroke rivers, you know. There's no heat waves there yet, so I think we're all right, Greta, old Thunderbird. I think we're all right. Now them rods are bouncing a tiny bit, nothing major. I can see when I get a bite. They do hold well in the wind and tide, those Vercellis, or Vercellis, whatever they call them. I call it a Vercelli because it sounds more Italiano. But yeah, well, it's really picking it up nice on the camera with the sky looking really nice. But it is bitter. So if you can hear any wind noise, I don't think you'll hear too much because of the windsock, but if you do, I apologise. But I'm in it, I'm hearing it, fishing for you, so you'll have to put up with that wind noise a little bit, wouldn't you? So yeah, sorry, but what else can I do? What else can I do? Will I catch a bigger cod than the 2 cod that I've already caught? Will I catch one bigger than 64? Could it be a size, wouldn't it? That'd be a good video, wouldn't it? We'll have to wait and see, won't we? Right, well, I'm going to watch these rods. I should probably grab a sandwich. I might switch my battery hand warmers on. I don't want to put them on until I know they'll last the whole session. That's why I need my petrol Zippo lighters as well, you see, because they last the whole session. But the battery ones, they work. You switch them on and they're working. So that's the good thing about them. But I just need to warm my hands up because my hands are cold. See you in a bit. See you when I reel these in. You might have drained it that tiny bit out, Tom, because I was over there baiting up. Why didn't I take the camera with me? The wind has dropped, which is good. Well, the wind has dropped. It's bloody brilliant. I'm quite warm. I've turned the jacket up. I've turned the jacket up, so I'm now on green. But yeah, it's I'm not cold, but I keep shivering, so I must be. So yeah, the jacket's helping a lot, really, to be honest. The sun's out. Oh yeah, bah! Yeah. Right, the sun's out, as you can see. Oh, that was me hip. Yeah, you saw that one, didn't you? That's what it's like. It's yeah. Right, well, I haven't had nothing yet, but that was the same yesterday, last night, really, with John. But we'll get something. That first cast was really short because I ballsed it up, but now it's out. Probably about 50-60 yards or so. Still got a headwind, but it's dropped. It's now gone down to probably 13-14 mile an hour, which is good. So wife's just rung. I've rung her twice, and she's not answered. The wife hasn't answered. So yeah, what are we going to do about that? Well, I'm now going to ring her back, so at least she's returned my call. But she's off work at the minute because she's just had a tooth pulled out. Well, not a tooth, she's had the full set pulled out, so she's got no top teeth anymore. She's like that. Bless her. She is struggling. But I had to come fishing. I couldn't listen to her mooning about her top dentures all gone. She's clean teeth, shouldn't she? I've got the left hand rod that's knocking. But it could be wind, but the wind's died down. It's still doing the same, so there might be a fish on that. I shall turn this off. She's only had one tooth pulled out. She ain't had the whole set up. Christ. I'd have to trade her in, wouldn't I? What would that look like? New front set, new top set of teeth. She'd look as bad as me. Bloody hell. Oh, let's get a cod. Oh, we've got to catch a codling on the 10th session, haven't we? This could be it. Yesterday could have been the last catching, and this is the first time I've come the next day as well. But yeah, I just need to get some videos. I'd run out of videos. I had one video on the 5th of Jan. No, was it the 5th of Jan? No, I went fishing on the 5th of Jan. Anyway, I'd run out of videos, and I went and did the next video up was my personal best cod video, which has got, and it's 459 thumbs up, not 465. I must have looked at something wrong. Yeah, and I had that one video, and I went to Mike's Case to Tackle. Go check him out. Akios rods, reels, Daiwa rods, reels, Any Fish Anywhere rods, all your tackle bits, terminal tackle, lines, tapered leader, mono leaders. Yeah, go check it out. Anyhow, I put that video up to give me a bit of a respite, because that week that video went up was going to be my cod video, my personal best. I asked Tom to hold it back so I could get some more videos done. And anyhow, it was right to put Mike's Case to Tackle video up, because it was done to help him out anyhow. So it was done to help him out, which I think it has done. And then that video went out, which was this week, my cod video. So that was on the 5th of Jan. And I didn't have any other videos, you see. So I went out, I wanted to go out and get 2 videos in. But I didn't, I only got 1 done. So yesterday's was the second spare video ready to edit. So I've had 3 cod in 1 session, and last night in the session with John Spalton I had 3 more codling, and here we are today. This is the 10th session on the trot at this mark. I'm sorry if some people get fed up, but it ain't what it's about. You know, it's about me rabbiting on, rattling on, having a rant if I've got one. I only rant if I've got one, otherwise it's false. And to be fair, this mark is catching. It's one of my closest marks. It's no different to Immingham. So why shouldn't I come here? I've never caught codling one after the other in sessions like I have done here. So what an achievement. I mean, that's a personal best achievement. I've had so many achievements at this mark. It's been unreal, you know. 9 sessions on the trot. Hopefully this is the 10th. My personal best cod. I've had a good stamp of codling from 39, 40 centimetres all the way up to 52 centimetres, which I caught last night in the previous video, which is a week ago. So yeah, there's a lot of personal bests there for me. Like, this has been my best cod season ever. Never had one like it in my life. I'm very fortunate. if I'd only banged in 3 or 4 more videos before Christmas and finished the house in January like I did anyhow, I wanted to get it done before Christmas, you see, I could have had 10, 12 videos on the bounce with codding it and coddling. But today's the day, so we're still keeping our fingers crossed. It's not over yet, it's only just started. It's still daylight. High tide's at 5 o'clock. It's a 6.69, something like that. I'm not sure, but it is high. Last night it was 6.3, and today I think it is 6.9. I mean, that's a big, from one tide to, well, it's been 2 tides, hasn't there, before this one that I'm now fishing. So I'm gonna have a lot more water in front of me, so hopefully it'll be all right. Anyhow, I'm gonna ring the wife. I've had a rattle on with you lot. It's good having you lot to chat to, because it feels like you're here anyhow, even though I'm just staring at a little black GoPro. So I'll bring you back when I reel that rod in. We'll bait it up, cast out. See you later. I had loads of battery on that, and then it just bleeped out just as I was about to cast out. So another battery. Don't know how much I've filmed. It's only lasted about 40-45 minutes. Whether it's because it's cold or not, I don't know, but it's not good. It is not good. Yeah, I'm going to put a hat over this while I've got it in there, just to try and keep this warm, but I don't think it'll do much. It is what it is. Now, I went through 4 batteries last night, did 22 takes, so it should be all right. But it's what it is, isn't it? Now, on that one, that was a pulley panel, 2 hooks, I think, and we've got squid and crab, half a crab on it. So, yeah, let's try some crab baits. I bought them, might as well use them. So, yeah. See you in a bit. And the sun is setting. It's going to go behind that ridge line there, which is there's a wood, or I wouldn't say a forest. I don't think there's many forests in this country now. There's a wood there at least. But yeah, sun's going down. Lovely to be here. Like I say, I'm on the River Humber. There is 1, 2, 3, probably 4 houses here, and the reason I don't shout about where it is if you are smart enough and you've watched all my videos, you'll be able to Google map it, wouldn't you? But I ain't shouting about it because I don't want hordes of people to come here, because if there's loads of cars parked you might just miff them people off, because there's limited parking there. And yeah, don't want to ruin it for myself, don't want to ruin it for the people that fish here regular, because it's their closest mark. That chap that's fishing over there in the same coat as me, but it's clean, whereas mine's dirty. He was there last night and he's come back again today. He caught 3 cod last night. Yeah, nothing's happening. There's nothing happening, nothing moving. Now the left hand rod has got the squid and crab on it. I'm going to make another squid and crab up with the other half of the crab. The sun's nearly down. Absolutely beautiful sky. All pink over there, pink and blue. So yeah, I'm going to make up another bait with the squid and crab I got. I've got 4 crabs. It is cold. I may have to put this jacket on full heat, but I want to put it on full heat when it gets really cold, so that I've got the benefit of it, because I don't want it to run out of power. But I have got another, thinking about it, I have got another power bank. And I've lost a power bank. I've just bought a 10,000 milliamp anchor and I can't find it. Like, I can't find me a 3rd Zippo hand warmer either. Jesus, I haven't caught a flounder for the last 2 sessions, I think. So I mean, it's not looking good for me, is it? Because I don't want a blank. It's becoming the norm to catch cod and codling and flounders, and I haven't caught any flounders for the last 2 trips. John has, so they're there. Perhaps I got, sorry about that, perhaps I got wrong size hooks. But I need to make sure I don't blank first. Would be nice with a codling, because that'll be challenge done then, wouldn't it? 10 sessions on the trot. So sometimes this mark fishes, sometimes it don't, but I haven't blanked there obviously, and it may just be that I catch on the, oh, why is my head getting cold? It's freezing, Jesus Christ. Warm the country up. Mind you, it's going to get warmer in the next few years, isn't it? Because Germany's producing even more coal now, aren't they? Because they got their heads screwed on, haven't they? And yeah, that'll warm the climate up, hopefully. Cool. What would it be like if we actually lived on the equator? I think I've said this before. I think it'd be a total disaster, wouldn't it? Because this country would be warm and wouldn't cope with it. The grass would die. Well, I'm not getting into that. One good thing though, that bloody Prime Minister in New Zealand's gone. So that's one part of the puppets, isn't it? You've only got Rishi the puppet now for the WEF, and you've also got Justin from Canada. And I'm not talking about Bieber. He's another puppet. Roll on the 1970s again, that's what I say. 80s probably. When you could actually just enjoy life. I mean, things are supposed to get better as you get older, aren't they? Hey, I ain't catching fish, am I? And here I go, starting to crackle on about something, aren't I, and get a bit ranty. It's not gonna happen. But life is meant to get bloody easier and better, isn't it? And there we are, sat at like this. If it weren't for the case of the coal fire, and then you can't burn coal. What's all that about? You can't burn. We've got 500 years of this stuff. I think China now has burnt more. I don't know whether it was in a year, or this year, or in the past, or what they've done to now. They've burnt sent more crap in the air from coal than we have since our industrial revolution, when we first started burning coal. So how about that for statistics? Something like that. Might be in a year. I don't know. I don't think it is in a year, but it could be. They're building power stations. They're building cool power stations all the time, aren't they? But yeah, no, getting back to it. So I can't buy coal now because it's bad. Well, you release more CO2 and that sort of crap, all the stuff, carbons or whatever, when you burn wood than what you do coal. So we can't get coal. 3 bags of smokeless coal, which are like them briquettes you get for your barbecue, is £93 for 3 bags. I used to get 3 bags of coal for about 36 quid. That's how much it's gone up. Everyone's out for their pound of flesh. And the problem with the smokeless coal is you have to put tons of wood on it to get it going, because it's all nice and rounded. You see, I've got a bite. It's all nice and rounded. With coal, it's all edges and facets and everything like that. Yeah, so it's irregular. So when the flame goes round it, it catches fire. So this smokeless coal takes ages to get going, but once it gets going, you can take away the fire guard. And as long as you ain't got no wood on it, so you're just burning smokeless. So once the wood's got it going, it's going, and there's no wood on it, so it don't pop and fart all over your carpet. Take the fire guard away, and it just pumps the heat out into the room. And last night, I was saying in the last video, I can't wait to get and get in front of that fire of a beer. And I had 1 beer. We didn't have any wine. We didn't have any shorts out. I had 1 beer. But I enjoyed that in front of the fire. It was roasty. Right, I've just had a rod tap, so there could be a fish on it. I will watch it. I will tighten up onto it and watch it. I might have to go back to the van and get my battery charger for the GoPro, because I actually brought it today. And I'll get the power bank plugged in and start charging one of them other batteries up and see if I can get some charge in it in case these all run out. So yeah, it's been 10 minutes 43 seconds now it's been running. I'm going to knock it off because it'll go into a second saved format thing, and it's just a pain. But yeah, see you in a bit. I'll keep an eye on that rod. It ain't moved anymore. Well, that was the rod that gave me a knock. So nothing on it. Bait's still on it as well. The top bait in comparison to the bottom bait has been mauled, so I guess something touched the top bait. Could have been a flounder and it didn't get the hook in, could it? So Let's get this out. Another 2-hook flapper with lugworm on. Right, well, that's that back out. We'll take this rig in there, bait it up. I've got to knock another cocktail bait up. But yeah, you always worry, don't you, when you start a session off and nothing happens, but people are still turning up. It's one of them things, isn't it? Oh, it is cold. Very cold. Yeah, I shan't be coming out until it warms up again, I think. Well, I won't. I've got to come out to get a video done, Anna, for my loyal subscribers. Otherwise, I'll run out. So, we'll drag these worms down there and put some more on. These worms are ever so small. John was given these worms, and I can only assume they're from Norfolk. Well, if the worms are this small in Norfolk, what does that say about the worm beds? That's the worrying thing. And if they're that small, probably why they ain't got many, well, cod. You know, fish go in where the food is, don't they? So I know they've been sucking up all the seabed in Norfolk and putting it on the Lincolnshire beaches. I know that for a fact. So if it destroys all the natural... See, this is what people should be going on about. Not about a bit of this, that and the other. And areas in cities and stuff and 15-minute cities. Don't get me on this bloody crap. Absolute rubbish. But they should actually be thinking, what can we do to make the seabeds better? Oh, I know. Stop ripping them up. Oh, I know. Stop dragging a great trawler through it. And then it'll have plenty of food stuff in it and stuff, and fish stocks will get better probably in time. But there you go. I don't want to go on too much. Oh, bollocks. I don't want to go on too much about it, because there's bound to be someone that will comment saying, you didn't know what you're talking about. Well, I probably don't know what I'm talking about, but I've got a good gist. Good gist of what I'm talking. Here you go. See, I'm starting, ain't I? Getting louder. It's because I'm here on my own. I ain't got my mate John with me. And I ain't caught ever. All the people that saw me all excited with my two personal best cods, I hope they don't think I'm always like that, because it'll be a shock to the system, won't it? I like a good moan and rant sometimes. So I'm using these blow lug. I'm using these blow lug, and then over high I've got about 10 yellowtails, and I'm gonna use them. They're perfect, they are, because you normally catch on the ebb. Mind you, did we catch on the ebb yesterday? I can't remember. We caught at some point in the tide yesterday. So that's it. I've just threaded them on the hook. There's probably about 4 or 5 on there, but they're only tiny. It's a flapper rig, so it won't go shooting up the snood, because the snoods go in back to front, don't they? Right, that's that done then. Some fish should like it. Someone smashed that, hasn't it? Look at that. That bait has been out there. And it ain't even released, look. Ain't even released. And something's hit that. Something's hit that and ripped that out. Jesus, wet. Right, that's snapped off. Don't know how, but it's snapped off. Obviously the line's caught round my eye. There must have been a loop or something in it, I didn't see it. So now I'm fishing one rod. I've got no more rigs made. I've now got to tie on the line. I'll just chop that off and get that going. So that's now lost time. We're now coming up to high water. We are on 8 minutes past 5. It is high water, and here I am, snapped off, no knocks or anything on the rods whatsoever. It's looking like it's going to be a lost session, doesn't it? Is this the end? Well, you best stay tuned, ain't you? I hope it ain't. I can't believe that I've had a rod thing out there with a big bait and it weren't even fishing because the Trident bloody crap thing didn't release the hook. See you in a bit. It's heavy, it's heavy. What was I worrying about? What was I worrying about? Look how fat that is. Oh, I thought it was bigger than that when I was reeling it in. Come on, my little booty. Come on, let go of that hook. You're not opening your mouth, are you? Brilliant. Quick show, get it in the bucket. Hey! Oh, it was looking grim. It was looking grim, weren't it? And we pulled it out of the bag. I can't believe it. Right. I've got stuff everywhere. Oh dear. I can't believe it. I just had that line snap off. Things weren't going good. I've got that back out again and I've caught. What a pretty fish. And it is 46 centimetres. 46 centimetres. What a beautiful, ooh, what a beautiful fish. Absolutely cracking. And you know what this is, don't you? It's a cod. That's 10 sessions on the trot. Eh? Fins are all up. What a beautiful fish. You don't need a big one, although, as according to my wife, a big one helps. Check that's recording. Yeah. Right, I'm going to put this back. There you go. One beautiful codling. 46 centimetres. That's 10 sessions on the trot. Catching cod. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. Right, let's get this returned. Right, well, 46 centimetre codling, first fish, turn the tide, absolutely brilliant. I could feel the weight on it. I thought it was heavier than that and then it went light, but what a cracking fish. Chuffed to bits with that, absolutely chuffed to bits. I shall get the next rig baited up, get that sent out. It's going to have to be worm. And then I shall sort the pulley pedal out and get the crab bait on, and we're back fishing again. So yeah, can't believe it. I need to check this line as well because it's all slack. It might have blown up into like a little light knot. See you in a bit. I've caught another codling. 10 sessions on the trot. I thought it was the end today. I was struggling, and things going wrong. I thought today ain't gonna be your day, Vern. I've pulled it out of the bag. The cod catcher, he's done it again. I caught another codling. I can't believe that's 10 on the trot. It goes on, doesn't it? I'm going to have to keep coming here until I blank. And I thought it was going to be tonight, and then I'd have been able to think to myself, right, well, I can go somewhere else. But I'm afraid, I think I need to just carry on coming here and fishing, because I've never ever caught so many codling and cod in my life on the trot. So yeah, I can't believe it. I mean, who in the right mind would go to a mark and catch like I have, the Norfolk cod catcher, yeah, catch like I've been catching, and then go somewhere else to catch whiting? You just wouldn't do it, would you? So I think I'm going to have to keep coming here, fishing here, until I blank, and then I'll go somewhere else. Now, if it's windy like today, I'll fish here. If it's not windy and there's hardly any wind at all and I don't need a shelter, or the shelter ain't going to blow away, I'll go down that way, because I've never fished down there. It'll be somewhere different and we'll see what happens. But at the minute there's rocks here and I can put them on my bivvy. So I'm a bit gobsmacked, really. I could say, couldn't I? Oh, I was hoping I was going to blank so I could go somewhere else, because I'm feeling the pressure. I'm feeling the pressure of catching cod now, because when you caught so many and it's been so good, you just start thinking to yourself, well, am I going to catch the next session? And you want to keep catching, you see. You want to keep catching, but that's where the pressure is. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a nice pressure. But yeah, 10 sessions on the trot, caught a codling and cod. I've got to say cod, because a few videos back I caught my personal best cod. Go check that video out on Verns sea fishing. £6 plus. Some people have said 6.5. The odd person has said 7, but I think it's around 6.5. It was fat as hell. Right, I need to sort some baits up now. I'm going to have to turn this camera off because I've got waylaid by tying a leader on and then getting the bait out. I've got worms on both hooks, and they're both yellowtails as well. I'm on the yellowtails now, so I'll use the yellowtails up until these they're gone, then I'll go back onto the blow lug. So that was caught on blow lug. John, thank you very much for that blow log. It's the blow log. It's just caught me a codling, mate. I'll text you now and let you know. But brilliant. I'm not in shock. Let's not mince the words, let's not dramatise it, but I can't believe it. At 7 I thought to myself, right, let's see if we can do another 3 and get to 10 sessions catching codling. So I will be back here next time. I'm sorry if you're getting fed up with going to the same mark, but at the end of the day it's dark, you can't see nothing. You can see more air because of all the pretty lights over on that other riverbank. So that's the main thing, isn't it? You've got something to see, there's fish in it, and I'm having a bit of a yarn. So I'll see you in a bit. I'll come back, I need to catch up, so I'll bait up my pulley pennel. I've changed that bloody trident thing for a splashdown of all things, but there's no sand there, so I'll be alright with that. I should have got an imp out, shouldn't I? Should have got an imp out. I'm getting hot now. God, don't turn this jacket up. Right, I need to get on because I've got no baits. I keep saying that. I'm just in awe of what I've just achieved. That's another personal best. Well, every session has been a personal best because I normally catch one cod. Sorry, codling. And then I don't catch nothing else for weeks. But it's just been relentless. And it's a good relentless, and I'm chuffed to bits. See you in a bit. Jesus flipping Christ. That had 30% battery left and it just cut out at 30 flipping percent. So I've had to put another battery in. I've got one battery left after this one. But I have got two charging up as we speak. I need to buy some new batteries. I know it's cold, but I've never had a problem before. And then when I reeled that in, I had 10 ton of bloody May rot on it. Unbelievable it was. So I've just cut the leader and pulled it off and retied it. It was quicker. I don't know where all this wind has come, all this weed is coming from, but last 2 or 3 sessions there's been shed loads, and it's not even May. That's what does my head. Crab and squid out on that one on a pulley panel, and we've got a different bait release system on it. So I'll get this 2-up flapper baited up with some more yellowtails, ready for the next cast. So I'll see you in a bit. Sit rep on what's happened up to now, if you've gone out and made a coffee, is that I've caught one single codling to a size of 46 centimeters, and that means I've done 10 sessions on the trot catching cod. So that's a personal best for me yet again. So thank you very much for if you've got this far watching. There's going to be more to see yet, more ranting at weed and stuff I expect, especially at the GoPro. Does my head in. See you in a bit. Well, it's one of them sessions. I'm chuffed I've caught, but I didn't think I was gonna. But I did. I pulled it out of the bag. It's not over yet. I've still got another few casts to do. Water's still in, but everything's going wrong. I've had a crack off because I got a wind knot, because obviously the line was slack when I pulled it all in, left the weight. The wind had blown it all into a bundle. And yeah, it pulled out all right, but it had all kinks in, so I cut it out and tied a new leader on. Then I caught the codling at 46 centimeters. Don't know if I've mentioned it, but yeah, 10 sessions on the trot. And then, right, then it's like bedlam, because I've got new baits, rigs baited up because everything's gone wrong. I didn't have to start another rig up, so I've done all that, baited all up and everything. But then I've now got all this weed, and it's like stack loads of weed, and the quickest thing to do is just to cut your knot and re-tie your leader on. So, and the rods are stationary. My batteries are running out. They're getting to like 30, 25%, and then they're just kicking off. So it could be the cold, but they never used to do that when the batteries were new. So I'm going to order some new batteries tomorrow. I've just tripped over my rod, got caught in my boot and moved it. Lights, it's just everything's going wrong, you know, and I'm getting agitated now. I'm at that point, because when I was at home this morning, I thought to myself, didn't think to myself, I said to the wife, I said to her, I says with a new top set, I says to her, I don't know if I'm going fish, I think I'm fished out. I said, but I need to get another one in, because I like to have a couple in the bank at least. And today's the day really, because weekend's going to be busy. So today was the day. I didn't really want to come, but then I sorted me hip out, and then I felt a lot better, and the tiredness went because I had a snooze on the sofa. But I'm still tired. It's just end of the week problems, I think. And I went fishing yesterday, and at 54 I was knackered this morning when I woke up. So it's just the way it is, and things are going wrong because probably I'm tired, irritable, or I'm now getting irritable. But yeah, so I'm just gonna try and calm down, soldier on, keep the positivity going. That's what I say. Yeah, apparently at Davos there's normally around about 1,500 aeroplane flights going into Davos, because it's Davos week, isn't it? Well, how green is that, eh? I mean, close swab in with a cat, you know. He'll be loving it, won't he? How'd I get onto that? Because it's in the back of my mind, because they do my flipping head in. 15-minute cities. And then when I posted it on my Facebook, 15-minute cities, that's us knackered. Cars gone. Scotland are talking about getting rid of cars, aren't they? It'll become a thing of the past, owning your own car. Well, I had a load of people say to me, it'll not happen, you're just listening to all the baloney. Well, it ain't baloney, because it is happening, and life is crap now. Well, I'm still holding on to it, but it's getting crap. Mentally, it buggers you up, because you watch the news and YouTube news, and you just think, what a shithole this place is. So if you're listening, Rishi, sort it out, because you're not getting back in power again, and then we're going to get Labour. And then what's going to happen? That dickhead, he snuck up to them lot over there in Davos. Yeah, it's just going to be absolute shitstorm. And don't ever talk politics. Don't talk politics. I could have just lost myself 50 subscribers after all this hard work catching these cods and the positivity. But I'm still positive. Anybody that knows me, this is positive, definitely positive, because if not, I'd be going around kicking everything and I'd be moaning like hell really bad. So this is just my opinion. And yeah, if you don't like it, well, you'll have to fast forward that bit. Go back, rewind it, and then fast forward it. Just like that. Right. Reason I had a bit of a moan and groan there is that's now made me feel a lot more happier. Happy is not the word, I can't feel it. It's took the weight off my shoulders now. So perhaps the irritation that I was getting, because it's been a bit of a session where things have gone wrong, but I've still pulled it out of the bag with the Codling. That's now made me feel a lot better. This is what fishing's about. You go fishing, you might just sit in the surroundings and be a calm person, and you'll think, oh, it's great, I feel a lot better and I've caught some fish. Someone like me might be a bit stressed out, might be all right at the start, get stressed out in the middle, and then you have a bit of a rant, bit of a moan, put your opinion across, and then all the weight is off your shoulders and you feel a lot better. That's what fishing does for you. Same as many other sports, but my sport is fishing. So I'll see you in a bit, hopefully with another nod. We've got 2 more casts for yellowtails, and the tide's still in. I don't know how much longer we've got. Time now is 7 o'clock and the water's still in a bit, but when it decides to go, oh my god, it goes. That was right up to there, weren't it? So it's dropped probably a metre. So we're at 6 metre now probably. So we've got time. I shall just reel the baits in and just change them and add more worms on. But we've done it, haven't we? Pulled it out of the bag. We've done what we've set out and achieved what I wanted to achieve. See you in a bit. Enough. This weed. Get this all summertime. All fucking summertime, you get it? Do I fucking want it now? don't need this. You really don't need it. See, I just said I was getting calm then. I felt the weight off my shoulders. Well, it's bloody back on now. Before Christmas I was catching cod and had no weed. Now I'm catching cod and got weed. Next it'll be not catch cod and leave them more weed. More grey. Come on, you fucking had enough, I have. Great. Fucking great. Right. You might hear lots of people. You might hear lots of people going on about Gemini tackle. Well, Gemini tackle is very good, but it has its problems. Its main problem is this thing. This crappy fucking splashdown. Yeah. That had a weight on. It clicks in. You know, it clicks in. There is no way that can come out there. But the weight is gone. Yes, the weight's gone. That's 2 weights I've lost tonight. One, because it's snap off, and this splashdown clip. Well, this rig, a pulley panel rig's going. I will only use, unless I'm off a ground casting, I will only use a flip and breakaway imp, because these clips I've got no time for them. They clog up with sand. If they don't clog up with sand, for some reason the bloody weight comes off. That weight was on there. I heard it click on there and it was on. I'm sick of them. Like I say, the weight was off my shoulders. Now it's back on because of a bait clip. Right, well, I'm calm again now. That's that out. I'm calm again now. Everything's good. We're back onto positivity. These rig tying bits of equipment, none of them, they're all as good as one another. None are perfect. They all have their faults. I've even had a Gemini rig clip with a rig on, and there was nothing on the end of it. I just had the rig clip, so it had opened up and spun back, because if the swivel had broke off, there'd still be the ring on. But anyhow, I always change my swivels. But yeah, they're all got the faults. Some clog up with sand and you have to clean them, and that's all right saying you just got to dump it in a bucket. No, you ain't. You got to work it and pick it and blow it. The bloody Gemini weights, I don't use them anymore because sand, yet again. If you fish Lincolnshire beaches with that sand, it's in it. You got to pick it out. Does me head in. But the best clip that I've never had a problem with is the breakaway imp. But you know, well, it don't matter because I can off ground cast with it, because I just lay my weight down there and walk into it and do the cast, so that'll be all right for summer. But yeah, that's 2 rig clips, 2 different designs. One Trident, that didn't release, the hook was still in it, it was hooked up properly, and so was that bloody clip, and the weight was on. And the thing about it is, I didn't even feel it go light. Must have done at some point. Probably I was looking at the weed. There is a lot of weed. Yeah, I think this is probably a session too far. I said to Karen, that'd be the wife, I did say I might go next week, but then my worms wouldn't last. See, it's all about these worms, you see. I wanted to get here while I've still got the worms, because they don't last forever. So I think I shall try and get some fresh bait next week and do one session next week, and it's one session I'm doing. I'm not going to get two in. Too tiring. I've got another house coming up. I think it's in 2 weeks time. It's good to work, but it's so much stress, especially if they want to rent the house out soon, quick. You got to rush around, right? And there's, you know, I can work fast, but there's no rushing me, not with my hip. But I'll do the best I can. My gaffer, the last house is still waiting to be rented, so there was no need for me to rush like I did. Right, I've got both them baits out. They are yellowtails on both, on a flapper. Look at that. No weight's going to get out of there. How's that happened? Brand new clip as well. That ain't even... Have I still got this going? Still recording. Yeah, it's a brand new bait clip. I don't understand that. I mean, these are generally good. Look, they're good clips. They do the job. I've never had one that's still been hooked up and not released. But they just clog up with sand. And look at that, my weight has gone. I'm gonna have to leave a note under my pillow for the weight fairy, aren't I? That's what I'm gonna have to do. I'll do that tonight. I'll write a note to the weight fairy, and hopefully I'll get some. We'll see you in a bit. In fact, with a pulley panel I can use my other weights, can't I? And then I won't have a bait clip. I'll just hook it on the bait clip on the weight. See you in a bit. You don't want to be listening to me. I am positive. I'm still going. We're going to catch another cod, hopefully. But I don't see when. I'm so chuffed I got that cod. Sometimes sessions are hard. Sometimes it's hard work. Sometimes the fish aren't there, are they? Now, at some point, this mark won't fish. Could be starting now, couldn't it? Could be starting now. We won't know until I come back. So I've got to come back here again to see if the fish are here on the day I come as well. They'll probably be there the day before and the day after, but not the day I'm here. But hopefully they are, because they're in numbers in this river at the minute. That's why I'm catching. It's because there's a lot out there. If there was ones and twos, I'm not prepared to do an off the ground cast on the grass, because I've done it before and it went wrong. The weight dug in, it spun round, my bail arm went over, and I nearly took out Shane and bloody Tom. Oh, tap. Might get 2 more casts in with these worms, hopefully. This weight's clicking, this bait releases. Right, I'm going. It's too much yapping. Right, edit that bit out, Tom, don't leave that in. Right, I've just knocked my flask over. You know, everything ain't going right. It's just one of them sessions. I've had enough, I reckon. I've had enough. I'm getting irritable, but I brought you back not to tell you that, because you already know that, but the wind has totally gone now, and it's absolutely beautiful. If only it was like that at the start, just to make it a bit easier, but you have to take what you're given, and I'm afraid that was the start of the video with all that wind. But yeah, it's absolutely peaceful now. The wind is gone, there's just a slight breeze. Everything's good. That's all I wanted to say, really. But yeah, I am irritable. I'm going to try and hold it together. I'm going to try and hold it, but I'm not changing. I'm just not going to blow like a steam boiler. I'm not going to blow. But that's enough of that. Tom will edit that bit out because it's just too long. What I'll do is I'm going to watch these rods, but the water's going. I don't know if I'm going to get another cast in, so that's why I'm leaving these out. I'm just going to keep an eye on the water, reel them in. But yeah, I've had enough tonight. And when you was younger, you could fish day after day after day after day. I can't fish at the beginning of the week, and I can fish at the end of the week, but I need some time off in between. I guess my days of putting peas in the jar have gone, and I expect if I'd done that from the start, I doubt if I'd ever emptied the jar now, taking them back out. So I guess it's the same with fishing. Well, I am talking about fishing. What else would I be talking about? See you in a bit. Look at that around that. That's me done. Look at that. You just can't write it, can you? Hey, the water is there's a step, and then you can start seeing the rocks on the mud, and then within a blink of an eye there's a metre, 2 meters of mud between you, and I don't like dragging fish over that. It's not good for them. So that's that done. All that weed on there is unbelievable. You could probably get one more cast and leave it out there for 5 minutes. Yeah, you can fish it down and have mud between you and pull it over. But how are you going to return the fish? You're going to have to keep it, aren't you? Even if it's a small one, you're buggered. Or you got to run down there and try and chuck it in the gully. So that's that rod in. Let's get the next rod in, shall we? No! Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I bloody mean? You fucking knob. Sake! Did you see that? Flipping line's all tangled. Look at the state of that. There's... God, Bennett, like I say, everything's gone wrong. It's just, oh, sake. One session too much. And like I said, I said to the wife, I think I ought to have 2 or 3 days off before I go fishing again. But it was all down to the bait. And the wife was right, she's saying going. And she was right, because I've had my 10th session. I don't want to bore you. I've caught me codling 46 centimetres. So it's all been good. It's been worthwhile. That's the positive. The negative is I'm getting irritable. The negative is everything's going wrong. I knocked my flask over, I trip over the tripod, I drop my bait, you know, lights fall off. Everything, you name it, it's gone wrong tonight. And now the flipping one rod line has gone round the other one, and it's now all tangled up. So I've now got to untangle that. On top of that, look at this. I just slipped on the mud then. Did you see that? I just slipped on the mud. What? Have I slipped on the mud here before? No. Today I have. So look at this. That's that reel. That's that reel. That's not so bad, but it's bad enough. Absolute rubbish, isn't it? And this one, even worse, look. But it's over now. It's over. I can relax and think to myself, it's done. I've done it. I've been out. I've fished. I've caught another codling, and I'm chuffed to bits about that. It has gone on. It's a personal best for me, really, to be honest. That's the main thing. That's the main thing. It's a personal best. So, best. Can't even talk now, can I? So, I'm not cold though. Wind has dropped. It is really nice now. So it'll be good to pack away. I'll just take my time. I've got to sort these rods out. So I'm going to be here for a lot longer yet. So I'll get packed away. I'll be back in a minute. I think John's coming. Sorry, I turned you off then. You won't know because Tom will edit it together, but John just come up. He's got his boy with him, and he's got 4 rods out all for his boy, and he's caught 2 codling, I think. One went back because it's small, but then there was another one that's probably about 46 centimeters, 47, 48, something like that, and they've kept that for his lad, so they'll have cod for tea, so that's good. So yeah, I've had a chat with John. He does TikTok. I still can't remember the bloody name of the TikTok. I'm ever so sorry. If you watch this, John, you can stick it in the comment if you want or whatever, and when you comment to me, if you comment to me, just stick it in there so that it's there, and I'll leave it in. I don't leave it in normally, but I'll leave it in. So yeah, back onto it. Right, I'm irritable. I've had enough. It's been a hard session. It's been the hardest session here. Now, yesterday I caught 3 codling. Admittedly, one was little, and John caught 3 codling and 2 flounder. Tonight it's been 1 codling. John's had 2 codling, and that's it. And there's been bucket loads of weed, as you have seen. So I've also got to untangle these lines that are wrapped round together, which is going to be a nightmare. So I'm going to get on and do that now. This is the end of the video. The water, there'll be mud between me and the water now. So yeah, and I've got my heated jacket on, thank you, my beautiful wife. Thank your wife for the jacket. We don't do all that crap. We are just what we are. So yeah. Yeah, I've got the jacket on red hot heat now, and I can feel all across my back. It's lovely because I'm only going to be another half hour and I'll be in that van. So I'm feeling the benefit of the heat. Thanks a lot, pet. This is it. Dare I say, it's been 10 sessions on the trot, and we've caught a 46 centimetre codling tonight, and I'm chuffed to bits. It's been a hard session, and I pulled it out of the bag and did it. It could have been worse, couldn't it? I could have blanked. What would that have been like? It would have been a nightmare, and I'd have then been going somewhere else. But I ain't. I'm going to come back here again, probably next week, on a nice day. I want the wind like this. So this has been Verns Sea Fishing. If you've enjoyed it, click and subscribe, ring the bell for notification. If you don't want to do that because you think I'm rubbish, then not a problem. Thank you for the view, because it's helped me algorithm. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. Let's keep it rolling with these thumbs up, because what you've done on my personal best cod video is fantastic. This is the end. This has been fishing at the River Humber, and yeah, 46 centimetre codling. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you anon. Look at them bloody rods and line.